what shall I say? Where are we?
Harrogate. Harewood Hill Climb Club.
Harewood Hill Climb Club.
Yeah.
Is that not what I said?
You said Harrogate Hill Climb Club.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Action.
So we're here today at the, I nearly said Harrogate again. Harewood. Hi guys, it's Usernamekate and welcome back to my channel. So today I have taken out this amazing Suzuki GSXS 1000. We've taken this bike around the hill climb and we've also gone out around the local area just to test this bike and get a real world feel for how it rides. So without further ado, I'll just cut straight to the vlogging footage. Enjoy. Awesome. So guys, this is the road test, the real road review on the GSXS 1000. Now we just got thrown in straight at the deep end with this on the hill climb, but now we're going to do a real life road test. So first things first, push it in with the line up, light enough. Straddle the pony, heavy breathing on cue. Are you ready? Yes. Let's go. So this is the road ride. Come round here, not full chat. I've got the squad behind. Yes, let's go. Oh, that noise. It's nice. Nothing's coming. So we've got James as the lead rider. Then I've got a gent called Toad in front of me. We've got Lamb Chops ride somewhere behind. And we're about to go out on a nice little road ride. Leg dangle. Oh, howdy. So first thing that I feel when I ride this bike is that it does feel very Japanese. Now that is not a criticism at all. One of the things that I find about Japanese bikes is they feel very easy to ride. They feel like you know what you're getting with them. So in terms of ergonomics, the position is a really neutral position. I feel quite upright. So these bars have actually been changed from the older GSXS 1000 and they're actually 23mm longer. So that just helps with leverage on the bends when you're pushing at the bars. I do like a wide bar. The seat is pretty comfy. However, I have just done a hill climb, that's all, where I didn't really sit in the seat for most of it. I was kind of hanging off the edge. Oh shit. That could have been bad. My Insta360 nearly vibrated off. That is an expensive piece of kit to rattle off. Oh my god, I think Chopsy's behind me. I'm going to be in one of his videos. Mum, I'm on the telly. So again, yeah, seating position. It feels not massively sporty. I've got a nice bend in my knee. My back is really upright. Nice and straight. I ain't got much of a lean forward. And you can actually adjust these bars as well. So, I've kind of discussed riding position, nice and neutral, nice and upright. You're not going to get a pain in your back, you're not leant forward, you're not hunched over. Now I've ridden the old GSXS 1000, and to tell you the truth, you know, I really love that. I didn't get on so much with the GSXS 750 purely because for some reason the riding position absolutely crippled me on long rides. The GSXS 1000 was lovely. I feel like this is a launch where we're literally riding away from the rain. Nice drop there. Test the suspension. So I'm parked on a hill right now and I've got a flat foot. A naked bike, you don't have that screen, of course. I'm sure that you can get an aftermarket screen. This thing is fast, 152 PS, and it shifts some. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. So one of the improvements that they've made on this bike from its predecessor is it does put out more peak torque where you use it. Wow, that pickup is insane. Brakes, it's got plenty stopping power, so obviously going down the box to lower my speed, but the brakes, you've got Brembo, monoblock, radial 4-pot calipers, and they stop you. The bike feels agile. I swear that modern bikes just keep getting lighter and lighter. What I love about this just then, first to second, quick shifter, no clutch, perfect. I think it's a fine art when companies make it so that first to second is a joy and not absolutely frightening. Finding that it's really easy to ride, and I tell you what, the sound is just impressive. Oh, this would be nice if it were clear. Oh, hello, nice piece of road. So there's so much to talk about with this bike, it's unreal. So the dash, LCD. Suzuki haven't moved to the TFT dash, but you know, you can still see everything that you need, which is good. You've got your speed, very nice and obvious. You've got your revs that go round in like a big C. You've got your gear indicator really big, which is really nice for me because I tend to find I care more for what gear I'm in than what speed I'm going, responsibly of course. So another thing, it's got 3 modes. You've got A, B, C. Sounds good, sounds fruity, sounds juicy. So the engine, you've got an inline 4 999cc. It has got loads of revised engine components, so it really is, it is a revised bike basically. The engine is pretty different. There's loads of different components. Yeah, this bike definitely suits a shorter rider, I think, just because of how easy it is for me to put my feet on the ground. 5'4", 29-inch inseam. Bet you guys are sick of hearing that. So a few people whinged about the size of the fuel tank. It has increased now by 2 whole litres, but it doesn't look like it's increased by 2 whole litres just because of how they've styled the tank. So it doesn't look out of proportion. In fact, I actually think this tank looks smaller than the old one, but evidently it's not. So before, when I said that they'd made the bike a bit torquier through the mid-range, the peak torque comes in earlier. So you get your peak torque at 9,250 revs as opposed to 9.5. So with the traction control on this bike, the higher the number that you're working with, the more intrusive the traction control is. Anti-wheeler is basically integrated into the traction control. So, you know, if you switch off the traction control, it's gonna wheeler. Gotta make it so chopsy can slot in. There's nothing worse when you're overtaking than riding with somebody that doesn't move over. It's like, come on, we're all trying to get through here. Gotta love some emergency stop manoeuvres. So guys, after spending pretty much all day on this bike, I just thought I'd summarise my thoughts and let you guys know what I think of the bike. So visually, at first when I saw the press pictures, I didn't really know how to feel about the headlight, but I have to say, as the day's gone on, it's definitely grown on me. I didn't realise that it had 3 LED stacked lights, which it does, and they look pretty cool when you're looking in your rear view mirror at the other vloggers behind you. So yeah, that looks quite nice. I like the urban camo that they've gone with. It's quite unique. I haven't really seen that before on a Suzuki. I like the fact that there are 3 colour options and they're all really nice colours. I don't think you'd be dissatisfied, you know, with any of them. You've got this lovely blue MotoGP sort of inspired colour scheme that Suzuki are kind of known for, particularly with the GSXS 1000Rs. You've also got the grey, which again I really liked, and I think I have a personal favourite, which is the black one that I was on today. It just looks really stealthy. It's got the gold upside down forks and it just looked menacing, and that's right up my street. One thing that I think is pretty interesting is the winglets, which are at the front of the bike. Yeah, they don't necessarily add any downforce. It's going to help, you know, keep your wheeling down, but they are more of a styling exercise and they do look really aggressive, which I think is a nice touch. Moving on to the ride of the bike, how it feels on the road. I've actually really enjoyed riding this today, even though the conditions have been really grim and quite squirrely in parts, with sort of horse crap all over the road and gravel and stuff like that. I have still had so much fun. The bike is really light and nimble, and I think it's something like 215 kilograms wet weight, but it feels a lot lighter than that, which is good for somebody like me who's not that strong. So one of the things on this bike that I've really enjoyed is the quick shifter and the auto blipper. Now, it didn't come on the predecessor as standard, but you do get it standard on this bike. And I have to say, it surprised me how smooth it was. It also doesn't take a lot of force to knock it up. I don't really have a forceful foot, so a lot of times on other bikes I can be a bit vague and it doesn't quite go into gear and it's a bit annoying. But with this, you can literally just tap it and it's straight in there. The gear indicator changes, but you almost don't feel it, which is a kind of a nice feeling. Another thing about the quick shifter that I really liked was you can use it comfortably first to second. Now, there are a few bikes with quick shifters and you can't really use them first to second because they're a bit lungy, they're a bit leery. But with this, just confidence inspiring, knock it in. Oh, bloody hell.
All right.
Yeah, just...
Oh, did it move?
It moved.
Yeah.
You just knock it in and it's just brilliant. One of the things that I noticed about this bike is the tank is a lot more angular and a lot more aggressive looking. I found the older one to be a bit more bulbous and round, and it did look quite nice, but I do prefer the look of the sharp edges on this. Tyres are always a very subjective thing when it comes to riders. The GSXS 1000 comes with Dunlop Road Sport 2s, which is a tyre that has been specifically developed for this bike. And I have to say, I can't fault the performance in the wet. I was really outstanding. I mean, we were pushing on quite a bit. We weren't sort of dilly-daddling around the bends. We were making progress, let's just say. And they were just so confidence inspiring. I didn't feel like I couldn't keep up with the rest of the group. I just felt like the tyres were probably more capable than me. One of the things that I wasn't massively keen on with the bike, and this isn't something that's fundamentally wrong with it, this can be changed thankfully, is the clutch lever. It's non-adjustable and it's quite a way out. So when I go to pull the clutch in with my stumpy fingers, I can't actually reach the lever. So I have to sort of pull it in quite close to the base of the unit, which isn't ideal, and I found it a little bit heavy. But I think if that was adjustable, I wouldn't even be having this conversation because it would just make the bike like slow moving, slow manoeuvres a lot easier for me. So in summary, this bike, it's been brought out to compete with the likes of the MT10, the CB1000R, the Ducati Monster 1200, even the S1000R, and I think for the price point, it's going to do really well. So the on the road sort of retail price for this bike is £11,150, and there's no extra cost for different colour options, and I just think it's a whole lot of bike for the money. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. I've had a great day. I can't grumble, it's been awesome, and it's just been a right good bike to have a blast on. Kate, signing out. Right, what else can I say? This has a quick shifter and auto blipper, and I was oh my god, my hair is going crazy. That blast of wind then was not a good look.